About him, Danny Washbrook really has to work very, very hard to ensure that he gets in a good stint in that defensive thing.
So, the Saints ready,
There, Curtis.
and
Curtis.
Hull will kick this game off.
It won't be easy for Saints, and they realise it because a lot of the fans here,
Curtis, yeah.
they expect to respond after that 25-0 defeat at their rivals Wigan, and most of the Saints fans, they'll be saying they've got to bounce back, but it's not a shoddy Hull side tonight. They cannot take them lightly.
Curtis Norton it was with the kick-off, and so St Helens have first use of the football in the opening set of 6 in this match, and I fancy that Saints just might try and run Hull off their legs early.
Well, a few weeks ago we saw St Helens when they'd had 2 weeks to prepare for a game, and the passing accuracy, the timing of some of the players was out. It was commented on after the match by their coach. They had 2 weeks, of course, to prepare for this game. We'll see though whether they manage to get the timing a little bit better tonight. Good start, they've controlled the ball, kick deep, and when Saints have been at the best, it's been the accuracy of that kick and the chase that's complemented it, which has helped them to glory.
Well, it wasn't a bad kick, was it, by Jordan Turner? He's such a linchpin of this Saints outfit. As I mentioned in the build-up, you know, the mere fact that Cunningham switched him from the centre into the stand-off position, it really has reaped a lot of reward for the Saints outfit. But their defence has to be strong, because Hull, especially with Leon Price and Jordan Abdul, they certainly want to prove a point to their coach Lee Radford that they have the opportunity and the skills to maybe make it to the grand final.
Jordan Thompson will play the ball to Danny Washbrook. There's Leon Price, first touch back at St Helens tonight for him. Sika Manu goes down in tackle number 5. This is the last one then. Washbrook has to put boot to ball. He was going to get an extra set here. It was played at by St Helens, the support there, and that was Green. He gets the ball away neatly to Josh Bowden, and they are just 8 metres away from that St Helens line. Here comes Abdul.
A little bit of a mix-up there, made a great break, but it really wasn't meant to go to Jordan Abdul. They wanted to get it out wide a little bit earlier.
Thompson again, that's a good run, angled run, nearly catching St Helens cold down this right-hand side. Hadley waits the dummy half, fires the pass back to Abdul. He just drops the ball off again to Chris Green. That's the 4th tackle for Hull. They are still 2 or 3 metres away from the line. Washbrook to Abdul again, gets it then flat to Price. He then finds Jamie Shaw. Shaw tries to go inside the right shoulder of Turner. Still very, very close indeed. Here they are now with Abdul, the kick wide, looking for Curtis Norton. It bounces into the arms of Curtis Norton and then it's knocked forward, I think by Fleming it is.
Back to 6.
Another set of 6 for Hull.
Yeah, real panic in the St Helens defence there. They didn't know how to confuse it.
Here's a penalty. Fleming all over the top of Danny Washbrook, wouldn't allow him to get back to his feet.
And that was sheer desperation there. And you can see him just all over the top, the centre. You're not getting up and playing the ball quickly. And he's paid the price for the penalty.
So here's Thompson again, and Hull are camped inside the St Helens 10-metre zone with Washbrook. Comes to the left-hand side. Abdul changes the direction of the attack, runs straight at Johnny Lomax. Needed a bit of help. The help arrived also there from Greg Richards. Thompson again, Leon Price fires the pass back to Jamie Shaw. They go wide, and this is Michaels, and Michaels is almost hauled into touch.
Tremendous defence by St Helens. Not one of the players. Oh, the blind side! They've taken the dummy.
Fanua gets the first try of the match, to the delight of the travelling Hull supporters. Mahe Fanua. He got the opener in the Challenge Cup final at Wembley on Saturday. He's got the opener here at Langtree Park, St Helens, and Hull off to a blistering start, the Super League leaders.
Well, tremendous play on that short blind side. St Helens defence all over the shot, but it all came about from the ricochet, and then they made the break. Watch was looking round, is there anybody there? Then they got over it. Watch number 24, Fleming, holds him down. No hesitation to get the penalty from the kick, and then he loses it. Not the best start for Fleming, and then it comes about. Beautiful blind side this will not please the coach, Kieran Cunningham. They're trying to get him in a touch. Watch this. Talk about losing your marbles. They all go that way, and I'm going this way. Oh, that is embarrassing.
Well, the unfortunate Adam Swift, he ends up at B defender, slightly out of position. He anticipates the ball is going to get past. That's the worst thing you can do in rugby league. Stick to your job. Feel a little bit sorry for him.
Curtis Norton adds the extras. Hull lead 6-0 in the opening 5 minutes, and Lee Radford will be delighted with this.
Well, after defending well on their own line, this is a pantomime try. He's behind you, and they just hadn't switched on in time. He's gone around to make that look easy after what was a tremendous working effort and communication with all the players that Hull were throwing at them. St Helens had it covered, and that's the softest and simplest try that they'll concede this season.
4 tries in his last 4 matches for Mahe Fanua. Not a bad return.
Well, everybody's talked about the start of this game and how important it is to Hull. We're trying to shake off that Wembley experience. And for Kieran Cunningham's side, they needed to control the first 10 minutes and make sure this whole side, they're not going to win the game in the first 10 minutes, but a bad start, a poor side and some momentum for Saints could make their job extremely difficult.
And in his pre-match interview with Bill Arthur, Lee Radford was saying he wants a good start, that he didn't want to fall behind and concede a couple of tries. He wanted Hull to begin like this, and you know, they have responded to him. I know there are 7 Wembley men missing, but these players who have come in are all fresh.
Yeah, they are, Eddie, but Lee Radford is fully aware that late in the game they will tire, both physically and mentally. So they've got to get a good start. They've got to wait for the beauty. 6-0. It's not bad. That's a high one. A little bit too wide, a bit too strong.
And Johnny Lomax underneath it, pouches it safely.
Eddie, Jordan Abdul is one of the players that was unlucky not to make that Wembley side. He'll want to let his coach know that the next time we're in a final, in a big game, you can count on me.
Well, he'll be hoping the next time they're in a final, in a big game, will be Old Trafford on the 8th of October for the first Utility Super League Grand Final this year. This is Roby for St Helens. Castleford are ahead in the local derby against Wakefield by 4
it's a knock-on.
It is another knock-on.
Well, Johnny Lomax is pointing at the touch judge and saying, surely there's a hand in there. I'm not sure there was, but no, Washbrook certainly didn't get a hand as far as I'm concerned.
Well, St Helens' last performance was punctuated by handling errors. They lost heavily at the end of the day. They know they have to control possession. You might feel James Roby, he really loses the ball getting up, but that's not what the referee's given here now. And so much of the early possession in this first 10 minutes has gone with the visitors.
Hold it, Saints. Let's go, Leon.
Well, the men missing are Gareth Ellis, Mark Minicello, Carlos Twimavavi, Mark Sneed, Danny Houghton, who ends his remarkable 73-game playing sequence, Scott Taylor and Kirk Yeeman. Little glimpse of some of them there watching on the sideline. There they are. Look at them. That's a big substitutes bench, isn't it? Sitting in the stands.
Yeah, great.
Well, what a squad. It just shows you, top of the league, Challenge Cup winners, heading for the treble. They've got to have a good squad. You've got to keep them fit and healthy. Lee Radford and his backroom staff have managed to do that this year.
They certainly have, and we keep mentioning the golden opportunity for the old fella. I call him old fella, Liam Price. He's been around for a long time. There he is, throwing the dummies, setting it up nice and steady. Beautiful dummy.
For Abdul, and Abdul releases the pass to Chris Green, and then Danny Washbrook comes up with a rare mistake.
Well, just a little bit over the top. They try to move it, and say they could have been to just settled it down a little bit there. Leon Price showed a little bit of his, shall we say, golden oldie stuff from many years ago.
There's nothing wrong with the pass there, Steve. I think Danny Washbrook is perfectly entitled to catch that ball. What I would say in defence or in support of Lee Radford, when you've got a big squad, a lot of your time spent is on managing those players who aren't in the side, making sure they're ultra motivated, making sure they're not contradicting and doing their own little thing, and making sure when they get back in the side they feel that there's a way back in as well.
I thought it was a fabulous comment from Lee Radford in the post-Wembley press conference. He said he paid tribute to the owner of the club, Adam Pearson, for not getting shut of him earlier in the season when things had gone terribly wrong at Widnes. And I bet Adam Pearson now is thanking the Lord that he didn't.
Did that look like a knock-on? It's a clear fars.
Four,
I
that's
think it was
what I
off
mean,
his
yeah,
foot, that,
four.
Steve-O.
Here we go, hold for four.
That was the view also
Hold.
of the referee, Chris Campbell. So Turner played the ball then to Roby. He found Farge. This is Wilkin. He'll drift the kick down the line. And it just beat the fleet of foot Adam Swift.
Interesting, he's gone on the fourth tackle and not waited until the last, and you could see there that fullback Jamie Shaw,
Just in front of the cross.
was this a knock on? I think it was. I think there was fingertips there, looking to get away with it.
Off his foot, Leon.
Just saw a tactic there from John Wilkin, kicking behind the line. I'm not sure whether they went for the sideline or to try and score from it, but a lot of teams now, particularly in that first
let's
20
keep going,
minutes when they
fellas.
know the opponent's defence is at its very
Go on, Leon.
strongest, will put the ball behind, attempting
Hold
to
it.
score from kicks. And I think the variety of kicks now we see is
Hold it, let's
greater.
go, come on,
About
exit.
10 years ago, most
Second
kicks
row.
went high to the corner,
Johnny,
hoping
head
that the winger would
Let's
drop
go,
it.
Leon.
Now there's a
It's
greater
out.
deal of variety. Teams have wised up here that you can't just land it on the winger and hope to score. You've got to mix it up, which is what St Helens tried to do.
Well, I've mentioned the Hull absentees so as not to upset too many people, although that I find a little bit impossible from time to time. St Helens have got Luke Walsh, Luke Thompson out suspended, Mark Percival, Tommy Makinson long term, Lamatazi out also. Youngsters then have come to the fore late on in the campaign for Kieran Cunningham.
And it's important that all the top sides do that.
Move Greg for
The only problem with the sides that are struggling at the bottom of the table, Eddie, is the fact that they don't have the wherewithal to attract. So they've got to just dig deep in the junior development. That's why junior development is so important to our game. Not now, but in the future as well.
So Theo Farge got the ball away to Johnny Lomax.
Release him, hold.
You mentioned Johnny Lomax, Eddie. You know, Saints are going to get to the grand final and win it. Every team needs a star player. Jamie Shaw stood out at the back for Hull at Wembley. Johnny Lomax could do that here tonight and for the rest of the season. Get his hands on the ball right now.
Yes, from dummy half, and he feeds it to Wilkin, who gives it to Turner. Here's Louis McCarthy. Scarsbrook gets it away to Theo Farge again, but it was a blind alley really for Farge.
He took
Nowhere to go.
Took a high knock as well. It was a bit of a high shot there.
Alex Wormsley, who this time last year was being talked about fondly as a possible man of steel. He was one of the three contenders. Here is Turner now. Nice kick to the in-goal area. Work here to do for Michaels. Doesn't he do it well? Doesn't he do it really well, Steve Michaels?
Yeah, Roby's down, has got a bad one.
Yeah, big collision. James Roby. I think that was a good kick, Eddie. I think you're right. He deserved a better chase. Watch the collision. Is it a head clash?
Yeah, there's Claret running all the way down, and Steve Michaels. It was a beautiful little kick through by Jordan Turner, but the winger equal to the task, and then bang, straight into Roby's head.
And Michaels has come up with a bit of blood as well on his face. And Roby, well, he's a nuggety character. They both are, to be fair.
If there'd been a bravery award awarded at Wembley last week, I think Steve Michaels may well have got it. So many of Warrington's high and difficult kicks were directed in his corner of the field. He took the high ones, just picked up a low one here. Again, shown how willing he is to get back into the field of play, keep his team from conceding possession.
And lovely comment as well post-match on Saturday from Steve Michaels. He hasn't got a contract at Hull for next year. But he said, you know, no hard feelings. He feels, as far as he's concerned, mission accomplished with that Cup Winners' Medal. Who knows what is to follow over the next month or so. And I tell you what, tonight, again, he's very much in the shop window, Steve Michaels.
Yeah, and it's...
he's available.
Yeah, and he has played very, very well indeed. I would be surprised if the black and whites do not offer him a contract soon, because there'll be a few other clubs certainly sniffing around.
Little half break from Thompson. Washbrook level at Castleford, 4 apiece. Wakefield in all sorts of strife in terms of personnel. 12 minutes gone here. Hull are ahead by 6 points to 0. In possession here with Fatuli Talanoa.
Good defence by Saints, keeping the black and whites pretty well much in their own danger zone.
Abdul gets the ball away. Green once again. Last tackle though, good set defensively here from St Helens. Kick will have to be good, and isn't bad. It's right down the middle of the field, and Owens, well, does well then, traps it on the inside of the boot, picks up the rebound, fires the pass then to Lomax. Down the left-hand side they go again with Adam Swift.
One move, release it.
Holding him down there, Sikamano looking to get away with that.
He had a little squint at the official, didn't he?
2. Hold.
Washbrook all over the top of the grounded player as well. Here now Turner drops the ball off to Wormsley.
3 away.
Castleford now ahead 10-4 against Wakefield.
Go.
0-0 at Huddersfield,
Okay,
in case
okay.
you missed that going through as well. Lovely kick from Wilkin. Now then, what's happened over there? The touch judge has got his flag up,
Time's
Joe
off.
Cobb.
We've got
Now,
to
did
come down.
Shaw's foot
Saints ball.
hit the whitewash
Just check it
when
for us, please. Robert.
he picked up the ball? We'll see clearly here. That's knocked backwards, and as soon as he touches it, it's head and feed to Saints.
That's a great play from Adam Swift. He was actually in the field of play when he played the ball and played it backwards, and Michaels then picks the ball up with his foot in touch. So he's in touch there. Saints head and field.
Beautiful kick through though, wasn't it? John Wilkin, the skipper. It's his second occasion that they pushed it into the corner. They obviously feel that Jamie Shaw had nothing else to do but just flick the ball back, but it went against him.
Doesn't look overly concerned, Jamie Shaw. With a bit of a shrug of the shoulders, and well,
Second row loose.
these things happen. Just have to
Hold your
defend the
chase.
line, and they
Second
do
row
that
loose. Heads
in
in.
abundance.
Let's go.
6 apiece,
Down.
Leeds and Salford. Salford in a real dogfight to avoid the drop. All the highlights of those games available on our website, and we'll squeeze as many as we can in before we go off there here tonight, I hope. Here is Dominic Peru now down that left-hand side. 2 tackles gone this set. Adam Swift is the dummy half. Back it comes to Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook.
3, release it.
And again, solid defence. They really are working hard for each other. That's a good offload here.
Turner gets it back to Theo Farge. Farge, high kick. It's too high for Owens.
That have caught him as well. Owens knows it.
Those
The idea-
Owens had to come from the land of the Giants to catch this.
Yeah, but the
And I
idea...
don't mean Huddersfield.
I know, Theo Farge, he knows it's too strong.
Theo Farge is a skillful player, but what it does, it just shows how good Kevin Brown's kick was last night for that first try from Corey Thompson. To punch it hard and low and so quick into the winger's arms.
Well, I tell you what, Curtis Norton, the winger, he was mighty relieved that that was a bit too strong because he knew he was out of position.
They were out of position because of the intent in Alex Wormsley's run. He passed it behind, but what he did with that intensity, it drew 3 and 4 players, attracted their attention, and that created the space out wide.
So Hull will try and work this ball away from their own goal line if they possibly can.
It's not going to be easy, Eddie, because this Saints defence is pretty rugged.
Jordan, release. 2. Go.
They've upped the tempo in that department. There you can see them. They're moving through. They're forcing the black and whites into virtually one-out football. Now, can Hull FC get anywhere near the halfway line when it gets to the last?
That's Josh Bowden with that drive on tackle number 4. Here is Abdul, and he gets the ball away to Jack Downs. And Talanoa hangs on, and young Fleming hangs on to Talanoa.
Okay.
Nice kick down the line this is, and it will be asked to be brought back by Johnny Lomax. It's a black wall that faces him.
He's put some good kicks in, Jordan Abdul, and he's got power. He can put some real height on that ball, but he's adding some of the subtleties that I know he's got in the game. I've seen him do it at junior level.
Seeker, we meet for 2. Go.
Roby gets the ball away here to Jack Owens.
3, release.
Pekka Paliasina is
3, hold.
on the field.
Go.
4 times a New Zealand international, Pekka Paliasina. The last, there he is in the black and white head guard there, big man. The last cap he won for New Zealand a decade ago. Theo Farge. Little dink over the top. An invitation to Shaw to run this ball back if he can. Has to turn before he picks it up.
Yeah, good,
Chase.
good backspin as well on the kick by the Frenchman Farge, and the chase, very, very good indeed. That's the biggest problem that the black and whites are finding now, is to apply any sort of attack on the St. Helens side. It's all been one side, hasn't it? My neck's, well, stiffening up.
Shaw.
4, move.
Good work in defence from Matthew Fleming again. Washbrook. Here comes the big fellow, Paliasina. Ex-Wigan, of course, once upon a time. Good offload. Washbrook takes it forward. gets the ball away. That's off the back of the hand and went backwards.
Oh, he's given a knock on.
Yeah, it was the first knock on from St Helens, wasn't it?
I think it was, but I'm not so sure they've actually picked that up on the field.
Yeah,
There's the touch off Fleming, yeah.
but I don't think the official has seen it. Will he get any advice from this?
Well, was it touched by St Helens? Did this go
It was.
backwards, Stuart? Did that go backwards anyway?
I think he's run past that. I think that is a knock on, but I think the first knock on was by St Helens.
Well, it's head and feet to St Helens.
Let's go. Hold
So
the
that'll
chains.
go down as an escape. Hello,
Heads in,
London are
Jamie,
ahead
come on,
4-0
Jamie.
at Huddersfield.
Heads in, Saints. Let's go. It's out.
My word.
One.
And
Move.
we've got Huddersfield
Take a
against
one.
Lee coming up for you at Lee. The week after next, we've got Lee against Hull KR at Hull
Two.
KR
Release
this
it.
week.
We made for two.
And
Go.
Huddersfield also have to play Leeds as well. So it's very, very interesting, that middle
Play on.
eights. Two Super League teams to come for Huddersfield. It's not over yet as far as
Three,
Huddersfield
Jack, away
are
for
concerned.
three.
Now they're in a lot of trouble, aren't they?
Three. Go.
Simple as that. And so is St Helens. They've just come up with a big, big error.
Well, he knew it was a free play to Jamie Shaw, so he put the little kick in, but Wilkins shakes his head. He's annoyed with himself because of this error.
Yeah, you could see quite clearly. Just took his eyes off the ball at the most important moment and had a look to see who was coming. He knows it. Fundamental errors.
Castleford stretching away against Wakefield.
let's
St
keep working.
Helens, just the one win against Hull
Come on,
at
Hull,
Langtree
second ball,
Park since their move here in 2012.
back it down.
It came in
Joe,
2014,
Louis, heads in, Joe,
34-22.
Time's on.
Remarkably, Hull had won just 2 of the last 24 visits to the old ground at Knowsley Road. You
Move, Theo!
can't make it up,
Hold,
can you? You
hold.
really cannot make
Go,
it up
go.
when clubs
If you
change grounds, the way that things can turn around for certain opposition.
Hell, two.
Well, you're looking at it, you know, nearly
Oh, we
19
mean,
minutes or 18 and a half minutes have gone, and you can see quite clearly that St Helens have got the, shall we say, the good position on the field, but it's Hull who have got the points on the board, and that's all that counts.
Abdul trying to make a little break down the middle.
Play the ball. Go.
Plays the ball to Washbrook. And Washbrook gets it infield to Thompson. Good tackle low down by Richards. Here is Leon Price. He's got time here to weigh up what he was going to do with this kick, and he hoists it high. Lomax is underneath it. Oh, and he's good hit to the ground. What a good chase that was from big Sikamanu.
Well, Kieran Cunningham will be furious, and I mean furious, because no one applied any pressure to the kicker, Leon Price.
That'll be in Barry and Terry's biggest hits, I bet you.
Well, we've had a few during the course of this game and last night, of course, but Saints have just made a crucial change. Alex Walmsley, who I think has had a fantastic opening 20 minutes, has been replaced by Kyler Moore, one of the most consistent performers in a Saints shirt this year.
There's Turner with the kick, and it's going to stand in the in-goal area, this, if it gets there. It does. It's a great kick from Turner. Shaw will run it back.
Good
Again,
chase.
next
Good.
10 metres.
Sorry, Eddie, but a great chase there, leading the way, Joe Greenwood. He's had a good season, hasn't he, the big second row, Greenwood? And again, the Saints side will be thinking, well, surely Hull are going to come up with an error deep within their own half.
I think, Mike, they've got an 80-minute approach, haven't they? They're trying to grind their opponents into submission here by slowly forcing them to play longer and longer near their own half the line, stressing them in their own part of the field, and hopefully the mistakes and the fatigue set in.
He lost this. Well, should we say, he never even attempted to play.
They're offside now, St Helens, so this is a relieving power. Is it a forward pass?
It's
a
a
forward pass?
forward pass.
It's a forward pass, so Saints will get the head and feet.
They didn't need that, that is for sure.
There's always going to be an element of physical fatigue after a big game, but there's also mental fatigue. You make decisions under pressure. When you're fit and you're healthy, you make good ones, and when you're tired and you're flagging a little bit, those decisions suffer.
Well, St Helens have achieved the first goal, wasn't it? To get the ball in their opponent's half, but they've played for over 100 minutes now, Eddie. We've seen on Super League 100 minutes of Super League action, and they've failed to score a single point. I think there's some anxiety perhaps in their attacking aspect right now.
Get those tweets in. We'll do our best to answer them for you before we leave you tonight. And Steve-O is taking the questions from you on Twitter. half-time. Here is Lomax, that's a good ball. This is Jack Owens. They're in the corner. Well, 101 minutes 25 seconds, and over they go for their first try in Super League football. Jack Owens gets the try, the former England Academy international.
Well, it had to break, isn't it? And Hull came up with the error, the forward pass, and you could see that the winger had gone in on the angle. That's created by swift play. Two dummy runners come through, and you can see quite clearly Talanoa went through and the winger went on the angle. It left enough space for this fella to squeeze in. Can they get the conversion and make it all square?
We saw a brilliant pass from Joe Mello last night to set up a try, but I think that we'll go all weekend without seeing one better there. Johnny Lomax's left to right pass. I don't know whether there's another player, certainly not another fullback in this league, in this country, who can deliver a pass as well timed and as accurate as that there. He took and gave it, perfectly inviting his winger onto the ball and diving into the corner. Relief to the Saints fans. First try on the ball.
Yes, great try from Owens, who's about to try and convert it himself. Just another word about Johnny Lomax. He only came back into the side in April, and Saints have won 10 of the 14 since. He had 41 games out. He had 2 serious knee reconstructions, and well, he came back, and there were rumours persisting that maybe he would never make a comeback, which would have been a tragedy for a 25-year-old. But he has, and Saints have pepped up remarkably since his return.
Yeah, certainly went through a lot of hard work, didn't he, to bring him back to full fitness. Now then, can they add the extra 2?
Jack Owens' try, half a metre in from touch on this near side. No, he's pushed it in front of the posts. Hull's lead is intact, but it's only now 2.
Again, it's the intensity of the run from John Wilkin that draws in 3 defenders, much like Alex Walmsley, but I agree with both of you. That pass is one of the most difficult skills in rugby league, the left to right pass. And I want to throw a name up from yesteryear, Tommy Martin, who's still part of the fixtures and fittings at St Helens. He had the best left to right pass that I've ever seen, but that one from Joel Mellor would rival anything he's done.
6-4 Huddersfield. Let's go down to Bill on the sideline.
Good news, yeah, good news, Eddie, as, oh dear, that one goes out on the fall from Curtis Norton, and he's furious with himself after that. And Steve Michaels, who went off after that head clash, getting the ball out of his own in-goal area bravely, is back on the sidelines. He's been checked out by the doctors. He's got a peach of a bruise on the side of his face. They are coming up nicely, but he is okay to come back on. He is a tough player, and whoever picks him up is going to pick up a very committed sort of character. There he goes, Roby coming out better in that challenge despite Steve Michaels' bravery. And also Lee Radford down on the sidelines as that conversion was being lined up and missed, to have a word with his next 2 interchange players, Liam Watson, Frank Pritchard. They might have made changes tonight, Hull FC, but they're still a very big team.
Yes, they are. That, by the way, we've just seen St Helens' first penalty of the match. We only had a couple anyway tonight. It was a penalty-a-thon last night at Wigan, you may remember. Can St Helens make some progress because of this penalty? Louis McCarthy, Scarsbrook pulled down by the tackle from Pekka Palliasina. Roby went to give it to Amor, gave it to Turner instead. He finds Farge. Then Lomax, here's another try created by Lomax pass. And over he goes, there's Matthew Fleming. Well, the kick-off that sailed out in the full from Curtis Norton, expensive. And Matty Fleming, a new contract extension signed this week till the end of next year. And he's got his 3rd try of the campaign. And St Helens, having trailed 6-0, are now 8-6 ahead.
Well, it's all about putting doubt in their opposition mind, and I'm afraid that the black and whites, they came up with a forward pass when they were trying to get the ball out, and then you do this. Curtis Norton kick out on the full. That is no excuse. They have the opportunity, and when you come racing out of the line, as Jordan Abdul did there, it leaves your defence all astray.
Well, this is no accident. This is the 3rd time they've gone to the right edge. The 3rd time Curtis Norton has been left with a player or two outside him. And I think during the week, Kieran Cunningham has looked at how tight Hull FC defend and said to his side, I think if we can get the ball out there in good ball, near our opponent's line, we can get some rewards. And twice out of those 3 occasions, they've come up with tries.
Fabulous start from Hull, but just fallen in a little bit of a hole in the last few minutes. 2 quick tries from St Helens, 2 in 3 minutes, and in virtually the exact same spot on the ground as well, down this right-hand side. And Jack Owens took the conversion of his own try 3 or 4 minutes ago and pushed it in front of the posts. Will he get things sorted out now? Lee Radford just watching on. He had to change things around this week, to be fair, because it was a bruising Challenge Cup final, won in the last few moments. And Owens, I think he has changed the direction of his kick. He has. It's a great kick, and that gives Saints a 10-6 lead.
Well, they might need that here with the 2 giants that Bill has referred coming on the field here. Again, Theo Fife deserves some credit. He's the man who skips inside, keeps the ball alive. He's had a brilliant first 25 minutes, put some kicks in, made some good tackles, and been involved in running at defenders, which a lot of halfbacks don't particularly like doing. And Matthew Fleming, he's enjoying the service that they've had out wide.
So 10-6 to St Helens, 25, nearly 26 minutes gone. The 2 big men, Liam Watts and Frank Pritchard, have come on.
And doesn't it just show you that you come out with 2 errors within about 2 or 3 minutes and you find yourself completely behind the 8 ball?
This is a fascinating change here. They changed the kicker. Now, if a player gets something wrong, who decides whether we change it after 1 mistake? You stick with the same person who you thought at the start of the match was the best? Hull have clearly not. They've given it to Jordan Abdul.
Unless Curtis Norton said to him, go on, you have a go, see what you can do.
Wouldn't surprise me, but I think that the message has been got out there by Lee Radford, because it's those 2 mistakes that have allowed Saints back into this game. You know, Hull's defence has been pretty solid until the last 10 minutes. A couple of the heads have gone down with those silly penalties and kicking out on the fall. Oh, that looked forward.
And the referee and touch judge agree.
Well, it's an error from one of the most experienced players in Super League of all time.
Yes, he's been in the game 16 years as John Wilkin. Only Roby of the current squad out there tonight has made more appearances than him.
Where's your loose, Saints? Where's your
359th for John Wilkin tonight.
Heads in.
6 grand finals, but only 1 win, and that was against the Black and Whites a decade ago.
Time's off.
Not happy with the way this scrum was formed, Chris Campbell.
Let's have your heads in, props, and
Dean Hadley must have a bad back here.
Let's get your heads in. Come on, let's get it packed properly.
Maybe he goes to the same doctor that Steve-O does, because he's hobbling round a bit, the lad, the last couple of days.
Time's on, play on.
And not Dean Hadley, I mean.
I think it's age, something to do with that.
1, move, Louis! 1! Hold with me, Kyle. 1.
Well, the Black and Whites really have to just shape up, because it seems an eternity since we've seen them in the left-hand side of the field.
Well, they're there now, or just about 25 metres or so away. Here's Sikamanu. Wilkin and Turner doing the job on him tackle-wise. Big Frank Pritchard. Abdul. And Dean Hadley. They have hold of him. Down he goes. 15, 16 metres away now. Abdul drops the pass off. Oh, and he got the ball away, did Frank Pritchard.
Is that the support player tackle without the ball then?
Someone was pulled back. The officials haven't seen it. And Pritchard thought to himself, well, I'm in a good position.
I think it was Liam Watts, wasn't it, who was tackled without the ball there.
Yeah, I mean, you could see Matthew Fleming certainly took him out. The officials never saw it.
Has he got a case, Stuart?
Well, it's clearly tackled without the ball, so it should have been picked up back from the side, really. It was off the ball.
But it wasn't. And Pekka Palliasina looks like they might have upset him and Frank Pritchard with that. That's a crunching tackle they've just put in.
Well, this is and this is where you need the crunch tackle. This is where you haven't been down there for age.
Last one for Saints. The kick from Turner. It's a good kick too under pressure.
Down the throat though.
Yeah, Michaels is back out there, and he will run it back. Remember, he's got a real bad bump on the right-hand side of his face, but bravely takes it forward.
When you make teams kick from depth, we saw last night that both wingers and fullback were back in the pocket, so there was no space. And the value of a good defensive set means that your opposition kicks from deep and you can drop those wingers back, which give no space.
Yeah, I often wonder whether it may be a change in tactics, and rather than just kick it straight down the throat, maybe just a little chip over the top. Just confuse the opposition.
Good run again, though, there from Liam Watts. Washbrook to Leon Price. Can he weave a bit of magic against his former team? Well, that was touched by Roby. 6 to go. And he knows, Jamie Shaw knows this is a free play. They'll bring it back for the knock-on.
Yeah, time's off, time's off.
Yeah, quick thinking there by the fullback.
Your ball.
Neat offload there by Leon Price, but you could see it looked as though that Roby had got it. I'm not so sure Roby would have had the speed 5 or 6 years ago. If it had got it, you wouldn't have seen him. It'd have been gone.
James Roby, the other half of the collision earlier on that involved Steve Michaels.
Yeah,
2 scars already. Needs 3 tries for a career 100, does James Roby. Tomorrow, Hull Kingston Rovers will take on the Lee Centurions. 3 o'clock, Sky Sports 2. A vital match in the qualifiers, which are turning into quite a story this year. Will Lee make it to Super League? Well, if they win tomorrow, that will be a massive stride that they will take. But Hull Kingston Rovers, they too are anxious to retain their Super League status, of course. Good battle tomorrow. Pritchard for Hull, still going on one leg almost.
Yeah, plenty of strength there, but it's the guile that we need from Leon Price.
Sikamanu, good pass, gets Fanua in. Oh, that's a right Shamozzle, and what's more, it's a penalty. John Wilkin has got a nasty bang as well now. There's blood all over the shop tonight.
Yeah, but
I mean, they play the ball as well, by the way. It is one area of the game that really does need sorting out. Shaw trying to go inside the on-rushing Fleming.
And again, good defence by St Helens. Well, look, the coaches, they tell the players, try to hold them down as quick as they can and make sure they don't get that quick play of the ball. And that's where they just hang around. And then it's left up to the official to take control. Sadly, sometimes they don't.
Here's Leon Price. What would he give for a try tonight? Leon Price. Green pushes Roby away, can't get away from the next 2 in. They and LMS. Washbrook is the dummy half. Nice kick, and an important hand to that from Jack Owens.
Did well, didn't he? Anticipated it. Realised there were 2 or 3 players breathing down his neck. He didn't take any gamble here. Nice little dribble through there by the standoff. Owens come to the rescue.
Did really well, Jack Owens. That little turn-up play, what it does to those wingers, they can't drop back, they can't get ready for the kick. So when that kick is put in by Jordan Abdul, he really has to get on his bike, Jack Owens, and saves his side.
9 minutes to half-time. Saints ahead 10-6. They were 6-0 down. Good depth on the goal line dropout. This into the other half. Liam Watts to run it back. He's had a great season, hasn't he, Liam Watts? Really has.
Certainly has. He's got the power as well. He's got a bit of pace around him.
Him and Scott Taylor, the form props in Super League. Sikamanu backing his way towards the Saints line on the second tackle.
I get the impression now that that Hull FC are building in confidence a little bit. They haven't had much opportunity down at this end.
Talanoa, a difficult man to stop, but those 3 do that.
Got to keep your eye on now, Jamie Shaw. This is where he should be linking through from the full-back position.
Here's Frank Pritchard. They deal with that threat this time. Dean Hadley waits. Going to the right-hand side. Ooh, that drifted a little bit forward. Sikamanu again.
They've not really been that threatening in 5 players, have they? They have one good shot at it, and it's back to the last play. The kick from Abdul.
Salford take the lead against the Rhinos. Kick wide, it's a good kick. Oh, it's been lost all over the place. There might have been somebody offside there. Curtis Norton's touchdown, but I think there's all sorts of things to take into account here. First knock on by St Helens, then offside, I think, for Hull FC. I think this is going to be wiped off. Don't you, Stuart?
Yes, certainly will be. I think it could be an accidental offside, so we'll probably take the first offence, which was the knock on by St Helens, but we'll see how it plays through on the video. Check the kick first. Looks like they're all onside outside the kicker there. So what happens here?
Well, there's the knock on.
The first knock on, and then I think it's an accidental offside. He then picks the ball. I think we'll play the first knock on here by St Helens. Certainly no try. That's the first offence, and then the offside comes after that. So the first part is an accidental offside there. He does actually pick the ball up from an offside position after that. So we should go back to the first offence, which will be the knock on by St Helens. Should be a scrum to Hull for the restart.
There's the knock on.
Yeah, as soon as it's hit Curtis Norton, that is deemed as to be a knock on from the winger Jack Owens. So therefore, head and feet, as Stuart has already explained.
Well, the video referee just seems to be helping the home side at the present, doesn't he? The longer rest he gives them, the more they can recover. No try indicated, and it'll be the third consecutive set. Hull haven't really looked that threatening, have they?
No, not until that kick came across, and then there was all sorts of pandemonium broken out down the right-hand side of the St Helens defence.
Well, that'll be the key factor, and Lee Ratford would have picked up on that. While as a talented player, Jack Owens is on his opposite, his other winger, Adam Swift. They can at times find themselves a little bit uncomfortable to put the kick high towards them.
Big Louis off. Morgan Knowles has replaced him. Hull's head and feet. Abdul gets the ball away to pitch it again. And Morgan Knowles quickly into the tackling action with John Wilkin. This is Abdul now. Gets the ball away to Mahe Fanua.
They haven't utilised the dummy runners as much as St. Tav. This is where Hull FC really have to sort of make sure that there's a lot of runners off it. Switch back on the inside. The big fella's getting away. Oh, it's passed it straight to Turner.
That's one.
But why would he do that in that position on the third tackle?
Well, did Turner call for it? Who knows?
Kyle Amor carries the battle forward now to the black and white.
Trying to answer your question, Eddie, perhaps because they were frustrated that they didn't look like they were going to score, did they? And he thought, it's going to take an offload. It can't be pre-planned. It's going to be more purposeful and it's more instinctive, and I think that's where they have been at good times this year. They took a lot of risks last week to win at Wembley with some of their offloads. And more often than not, they came off with them.
Well, I was sat immediately behind my learned friend here in the first half at Wembley, and he looked at me about half an hour gone, 0-0. He said, we'll only get a try today if we get a mistake. And Chris Sandow came up and picked Hull's pocket, and the rest is history. That was the first try of the match. People say you don't know the game, Steve, or you can't read it. You know, they don't know what they're talking about.
You talk about the people, you're always on about it to me. Individually. Oh, it's good defence there. And as always, we get hard work from James Roby. He may not have that spark of yesteryear from running from dummy half, but he's a bit like Danny Houghton. He really puts his shoulder to the defensive effort.
Hold 4, move away. Hold 4, James. Hold 4, go.
Well, what are we approaching? Yes, the 35th minute, and Liam Watts has got hold of the ball, but it's the last tackle for Hull coming up.
Go 5.
And Hadley gives it to Price. Price just drills it all along the ground, bobbling and bouncing, so Adam Swift takes no risks with it and sets off on a run. Price greets him with the tackle.
Nice play from the winger as well.
Could have been a penalty, that.
Yeah, it was messing around, but you can see there that St Helens are now getting that confidence back into their play. They'll be hoping to go through, and with runs like this from Roby, and that was a high shot. Didn't miss him, Pritchard.
Frank, keep him down, Frank. Penalty.
Bang, right over the top of the shoulder. And what's on the top of the shoulder? It's a head, and he didn't miss it.
You know, it looks from what we've seen so far tonight that chances to score may be few and far between. It's vitally important here that St Helens, if they're given one here now before half-time, take it to extend the lead here, because
Hold.
It's been hard to score tries against Hull this season. They won't get that many chances here. It's a brilliant scenario here. Look, they look as though they're going to come to the right. They've got more attackers than defenders. Can they make it pay?
Well, they scored 2 tries down this right-hand side. They're coming that way now with Theo Farge. He then gives it to Greenwood to carry the battle down the middle. They're 10 metres away, the Saints. This is dangerous times for Hull. Roby with a scamper. That's going to be 6 to go. Is it? No, it isn't. I thought that was a knock-on by Hull, but it isn't. It was just
accidental.
a bad pass.
Yeah, accidental. Ball went to the man rather than the other way around.
Kateleve trying to burrow his way towards the line. They've reached the last tackle.
This will be the kick.
And Jack Owens is calling for it wide. Wilkin has it. It's now with Farge. There's the kick looking for Owens. Curtis Norton does well, but he is dropped in the in-goal area. They're claiming Hull that he jumped from the in-goal area. He plainly didn't, so the referee's got it spot on.
I think they were claiming a tackle in the air, and I think we can see there he was down on the ground before there was any contact with him. So again, referee's fine with that.
So he got it spot on.
Jamie, come on.
He did.
They sometimes do. You can see that it hit the back of John Wilkin. No hint of a knock-on. It hit the rib area and went behind him. Price not too impressed with that, but they've got it right of the officials.
Had a word in the ear of Chris Campbell. Theo Farge then. Back comes St Helens, looking for the try.
Oh!
Right before half-time. Kyle Amor, Leon Price. Who's going to be talking to John Wells? The winner will be talking to John Wells at the end of this match at the touchscreen.
What a hit by Liam Watts there on Kyle Amor.
Roby gets it away to Wilkin. He then finds Turner. Ooh, and Leon Price nearly picked the pocket of Morgan Knowles then. Well, that's all over. Castleford have beaten Wakefield even at half-time. Jordan Turner goes wide and he found Joe Cobb and he was looking for Adam Swift.
Not good. Not high quality, and they know it. That is a real relief for the black and white, because quite a few of them, they're finding it very tough to get their breath back. And I'm not surprised, because St Helens territorially,
Let's keep going, come on.
they've had a huge advantage, and the black and whites really have had to put a good stint in with
back
defence.
home next year, Leon. Back to Bradford. He rejoins the Bulls. He'll drop out of Super League for the first time next year. It would have been his 20th season in the top flight for Leon Price, and he says he is excited about the prospect of playing back home.
I think that's a good move for Leon, and it's a good move for Bradford. A lot of people and Bradford Bulls fans who followed them in the 90s and the noughties will remember Leon Price scoring a hat-trick in the grand final and being part of what was a very dominant period in that club's history, and maybe he can bring those times back.
Well, they will hope so. They will all hope so, Bradford. A lot of people within the game will also hope that Bradford, with their big crowds, will be back in Super League before long, but it's a long journey. And talking of a long journey, Leon Price, they're trying to engineer something for Hull here tonight as Hadley goes into dummy half and takes the ball off him at the play the ball. Here is Liam Watts. It's a tight ball game at Headingley, and it's pretty tight here at Langtree Park as we approach the last minute of the first half. Saints will get another set. Goes high off the boot. Ooh, Jack Owens is having to move for this. Does well. Oh, a nice ankle tap too. Just what was needed. Steve-O's ready to take your tweets at half-time at Sky Sports RL. Well, into the last minute, St Helens trying to just up the tempo a bit. He's nearly through. Dominic Peyrou to his feet, plays it to Swift. Farge is on his shoulder. Adam Swift taking them all on.
Well, Hull will be happy for the hooter, because they're finding it very difficult to get back the 10 metres, and the way that St Helens now are expressing themselves out wide.
Oh, he did well. Did he do well, Matthew Fleming? Curtis Norton got the tackle in though, and that's the fifth, and here comes the last. This is going to be a hump high and a hey lads hey. Oh no, it isn't. All along the ground from Theo Farge. Can't understand that.
No, neither can I.
And I've never played the game.
And I will know that. And Kieran Cunningham will probably be asking the same question at half-time. They had the opportunity, seconds remaining, get it up high. There could be a mistake, and they could seal the game.
It's held.
That'll be the last. They have the loudest hooter in Super League at St Helens. Blows the wax out of your lugholes. Anyway, we've reached half-time and Saints are ahead by 10 points to 6. It was Mahe Fanua's try that set the black and whites in motion after 4 minutes as they returned from Wembley. 6-0 they led. Then Jack Owens ran in the try. He missed the conversion, 6-4. Fleming's try in the same place of the pitch 3 minutes later. Owens redirected his kick, managed it successfully. 10-6 the Saints lead at half-time. John and Brian will follow.
Ladbrokes, proud sponsor of Rugby League on Sky Sports.
Get started with the right laptop at Currys PC World. Get a fantastic 10% cashback on all laptops $599 and over. Like this flexible HP Pavilion with its Intel Core i5 processor and SSD storage for just $539. At Currys PC World, we start with you.
I've got my mindset on you. I've got my mindset on you. I've got my mindset on you. I know what I've got to do.
Checking your bank balance with the swipe of a finger is a little thing. But sometimes, little things make a big difference. Fast balance on your mobile from HSBC. It's a big little thing.
Julia, Whetstone Wolf.
Yeah?
You were on your way to Marsh's hen party when you took a hit from a couple of wise guys.
Nightmare.
About your car. Does it smoke? Make a noise?
Yeah.
Call Direct Line. They'll arrange a hire car.
Won't have to wait for mine to go in for repair.
Not with Direct Line.
Hey,
what about us? Are you with Direct Line?
No.
Then on your bike, Buster.
Come warm your bones, make yourself
at home, darling, smile. We're right as rain.
Oh, we all need love, that sweet, sweet love that makes us whole again.
We're whole again.
We're whole again.
We're whole again. Yes, we are whole again.
Well, we've got all the results through.
Yeah.
And I'm pleased to say it's good news for you.
Really?
So,
thank you.
So there's no cancer left. It was all clear.
Thank
so
you.
it's great news for you.
Yeah, it really is.
Really, things like this are a success of the screening program. Really,
Yeah,
with having smears, how important it is to go and have your smears done.
It's scary to think if I hadn't gone, it could have been completely different, couldn't it?
All our cars are road tested, some a little more than others. The new i20 1-litre turbo from £165 per month. Hyundai, new thinking, new possibilities.
This week at Lidl, they've got toasters and kettles for $14.99 each. This incredible power blender for only $69.99 from Sunday the 4th of September at Lidl.
Ultra HD with Sky Q has arrived. Watch the widest range of entertainment in ultra high definition only with Sky Q. Enjoy the latest blockbusters and gripping drama with incredible colour and clarity. See sport at its most spectacular and experience the natural world in more detail than ever before. The widest range of entertainment in Ultra HD only with Sky Q. Sky. Believe in better.
They're coming for you.
What do we do?
We fight. Buy and keep in Sky Store now.
Ladbrokes, proud sponsor of Rugby League on Sky Sports.
We are at Langtree Park, St Helens for round 4 of the Super League Super 8s, and it's the Challenge Cup winners Hull FC who are visiting. St Helens are in front by 4 points, 10 points to 6 at half-time. Hull FC shorn of many of their frontline players well and truly, though, in this match. Okay, there are other games from the Super 8s. The Castleford Tigers, courtesy of tries from Luke Dorn, Paul McShea, and a hat-trick for Denny Solomona to take his season total to a whopping 35 tries. They lead Wakefield 34 points to 8. And in the qualifiers, London pushing Huddersfield just 10 points to 4 to the Huddersfield Giants. And Leeds and Salford, early tries for Jamie Jones-Buchanan and Josh Griffin in that game. But it's Leeds who lead at half-time, 10 points to 8. All right, Kieran Cunningham has his side in front at half-time, but you would imagine there'll be many aspects of that first half with which he will be unimpressed, particularly some elements of their attack, and we'll get the views of John Wells on that shortly. And Lee Radford, well, he said he feared his side may fade in this game, and you can forgive them for that considering the exertions of the weekend just gone by, but they are well positioned to perhaps come away from Langtry Park with a 2 points and a victory. John Wells, let's start with that first try as well, because your build up to yesterday's game and your build up to today's game was about the mental approach of sides. And the manner in which Hull FC went in front of this game would have worried, I'm sure, St Helens supporters, St Helens players, and particularly the St Helens coaching staff.
Yeah, if you were gonna bet on which side, well, the bookies certainly bet on which side was going to be lacking the motivation or the connectedness between mind and body. Those who were going to make mistakes, could you have forgiven Hull FC for them? No, but certainly you didn't expect. You
could have written a story for why they may be first to concede, Hull FC, but it was the red-hot favourites, St Helens, who conceded first in a relatively sloppy manner.
And you think after the manner of their defeat last week against Wigan, the arch rivals, the game that arguably means the most to them in the season, they have that enforced layoff. 2 weeks to think about what's going on, the mistakes they've made and how they can improve, all the training, the thought processes that go into that. And then this is the first contribution in the real first defensive piece of pressure that Hull applied, and Fanua goes through untouched. That's embarrassing, actually. It's an embarrassing start to the game for them.
All right,
didn't get much
familiar,
better
John.
either.
Yeah, left to right shift. This is the area they favour attacking, but Theophage overcooks his kick.
Again, there's nothing really to this to break apart and pull apart. Again, just momentary lapses in concentration. I'll take that back. There's people here who are actually thinking about the next play. Alex Walmsley in the tackle, and he's about to get an offload away. Have a look at what everybody around him are doing. Turning away, focusing on what's coming next, missing the what's happening, not being in the moment, not playing in the moment. A lot of coaches often talk about that, but they did get it together for their first try in response to Fanua's try on the 5th minute. This just after the 20-minute mark. Nice little setup here. I'm going to take it to one individual again, because it's very easy to put the blame on one man. And it looks at first glance, when Fetuli Talanoa decides to come out of that line, it looks like a fairly obvious defensive misread.
You've complimented him in recent weeks about his patience in defence. Initially this would look like a rash decision, but you've looked again at it and you think he's made the right decision.
I think because the way this play's come, don't forget you had a Saints player coming very late, switching the other side of the ruck, makes it very difficult for everybody on the baseline to adjust. At this point now, you have a look at what's in front of you. So Greenwood's hitting a hard line here, and that absolutely commits this man. So your next man in really is Fetuli Talanoa. Let's clear all this and leave you the two people who are important. Johnny Lomax, who provides that try-scoring pass, and Fetuli Talanoa. The decision to come in at this point is right. The timing is wrong. Or conversely, the hands from Johnny Lomax were fantastic.
And it does take a brilliant pass to get it in his hands. Jack Owens unable to convert his own try. Score 6 points to 4 in favour of the visitors. And St Helens were again left to right striking and went in front end of this.
Yeah, well, I think maybe a big part of this is when they found out Talanoa was playing in the centres as opposed to the winger. It is only a couple of metres at times, a couple of yards difference, but it does make all the difference in terms of how you defend and the communication you have to put into it. The main problem is they've got 5 players on this short side, and that's an issue when you're covering less than half a field and basically all of Saints' ball players are lined up and giving you a fairly obvious look at which side they're coming at. It's just, again, they're short on numbers. So again, at first glance, you think that's a misread. But it's not, because by the time that these two are coming in, they've got nobody left. They've got nobody left to cover. And these are errors that are caused by fatigue. Fatigue equals a lack of communication. A lack of communication means you get your numbers wrong.
What do you do if you're St Helens quickly to exploit that at the start of the second half?
Well,
fatigue.
It all comes down to the basics. You complete your sets, you apply pressure. It was the same story with Wigan last night. You complete your sets, you apply pressure, and the opposition at some point will crack.
Okay, not long to go to the start of the second half. Can Hull FC come back into this game? They're only trailing by 4 points. They would be forgiven for not kicking on in the second half, but Lee Radford, I'm sure, will be urging his side to push on and try for a rare 2 points. Actually, not a rare. They've had a very good record here, I should say, at Langtree Park Stadium.
Ladbrokes, proud sponsor of Rugby League on Sky Sports.
Less grey, natural-looking results. Just for Men targets only the grey. Just lather in 5 easy minutes. Just for Men.
The day is done. We play tonight. When the tables turn and the moment is right. We live and we learn. We know that it's real. The sound of the drum, the spin of the wheel. We're the ones who wait, the ones who call. The gathering storm, the rise and fall. Tonight we ride. This is our day. Tonight we're live. Tonight we play.
Heineken tastes perfect every single time, and that doesn't happen by accident. It takes 15 years to become a Heineken brewmaster, almost as long as it took me to master this look.
She came to meet a man. She found an angel. Good, ba-da-da-da. What's his name now? Good, ba-da-da-da.
Still practicing. There's more behind the star.
Your face goes through a lot. Whatever life throws at you. Nivea Men Cream will help keep your skin looking its best. Fast absorbing, non-greasy. Men, this is your cream. Nivea Men, it starts with you.
They come from the sea.
Where one walks, many follow. Wherever you run,
they will be there.
They're your Royal Marines commandos. It's a state of mind. You may already have it. Search Royal Marines.
So tell me what makes the Bet Victor accumulator so special then?
I could, but better that an art dealer does that for me.
Whether I'm putting together a collection of art or a selection of bets, I want to get the best possible price I can for them. Simple. Bet Victor are the only bookmaker that offer a price guarantee on 5-fold plus accumulators and pay the difference in cash if a leading bookmaker offered better odds. Exquisite.
All our cars are road tested, some a little more than others. The new i20 1-litre turbo from £165 per month. Hyundai, new thinking, new possibilities.
This weekend, Sky Bet League One takes centre stage.
Here we go then. Bostwick's free! Billy Sharp strikes for Sheffield United.
A Sky Bet League One treble, live only on Sky Sports.
They're going to stake me over that fire ant's nest.
What about me?
They'll smear you in monkey blood and then they'll send you into the chief's hut for sex.
Ladbrokes, proud sponsor of Rugby League on Sky Sports.
Yes, rugby league, the greatest game. We've got it covered with the best team in the business. And here we are at Langtree Park, Super 8s. Coming up next week, we have Saints against Castleford at 7:30 Sky Sports 1. What a match next Friday at the KCOM. Hull against Wigan, 7:30 Sky Sports 2. And Saturday, what a match in prospect there too, as Lee take on the Huddersfield Giants, 3 o'clock in the same place. Wonderful entertainment all the way through to October the 8th and the grand final. And Saints have got designs on that. Hull most certainly have. It's 10-6 at half-time. Now, do Hull have any puff left? Do they have any petrol left in the tank?
It's going to be very difficult for them. And I'm sure that their coach Lee Ramford said, look, we've got to cut down on the errors. Remember, those 2 errors led to the tries for St Helens, and if they've got any other chance, they've got to make sure that they just keep hold of possession. But their biggest problem is that they can't get into the red zone in the opposition half.
It's a spirited display, though, coming so soon after Wembley. And Saints, of course, their agenda is totally different. They are anxious to make sure they're in the top 4 and in the Super League semi-final series when it arrives at the back end of this month. They're almost there, but mathematically not quite yet.
If you're a glass half full type of person, I think you'd be positive with Hull's performance. When we saw them play the week after the semi-final, it was a disappointing, lacklustre effort from them. That's not really been the case here. They've given everything, just not really looked as though they're going to break through this St Helens defence, which was pretty impressive. Missed very, very few tackles in the first 40 minutes. Just one lapse in concentration cost them the single try in the far corner. But St Helens' defensive effort was outstanding to start the game and were tough to break through. I think Hull will need to find those offloads to try and find some unstructured defence to run at.
Well, they came from behind at Wembley last Saturday. They have to come from behind here tonight at St Helens, but the difference is they established an early lead tonight. They were always coming from behind until the vital try just before the end of the game from Jamie Shaw. Castleford 40 points to 12 against Wakefield in the middle eights, and it looks like Huddersfield are running away with it now against the London Broncos. That's a big boost for the Giants.
You talk about the fact that the black and whites at Wembley, what changed the game was their kicking game. Remember Snead's 40-20 and then the 2 kicks that led to the tries that made them victorious, and really tonight that kicking game has got to be so important.
Okay, let's go down to Bill Arthur. He's got one of the Wembley heroes with him, the legend that is Gareth Ellis.
Yeah, Gareth sitting this one out, Eddie, and enjoying it. It's a good contest, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great game. Just in the dressing room then, Rad was really pleased with how the boys were going. The effort was outstanding. Probably just let it slip a little bit with a few errors coming out of yardage, which just allowed Saints the field position, and they've got the quality, obviously, to finish off a few of those tries.
Just talking to the Saints camp, they're just a bit worried about their intensity. Do you sense that? They're possibly not as up for this as they could be.
I'm not sure. I don't think they've been too bad. I think we didn't want to be the ones dipping our toes in today, and credit to the boys, after obviously a big win last week, reminds of...
Hang on a minute. Well, that was an unlikely scenario, wasn't it?
Nearly a Jamie Thackeray moment all over again, wasn't it? But pleased with how we've been going. Hopefully we can get a foothold in this game, complete a few more sets, and put Saints under a bit more pressure.
Recovered?
Just about. Yeah, come Monday, I'll be all right and ready to go.
Thanks, Gareth.
Thank you.
So that looks like we'll probably see Gareth Ellis and co in the match against Wigan next Friday, and Liam Watts there just maybe giving us a scrapbook moment all of his own, but he hacked it forward, just wouldn't and couldn't drop on it. That's liven the Saints up. Here's a Televay.
Beautiful play there by James Roby. Made the run from dummy half, and just at the last moment offloaded to the big fella.
Theo Farge hoists the kick wide and to the right-hand side. It's knocked on off St Helens. Jack Owens thought he was in for another try. Was it Greenwood who rose above everybody else? Or was it young Fleming? Greenwood it was, fingertips.
On a positive aspect, at least St Helens contested this. Here's the kick here by Liam Watts. He recognises, doesn't want to get trapped on the last tackle. Second kick's not quite as good, and Swift dives on it, but John Wilkin to the start of the second half put a really towering kick high to put Jamie Shaw under pressure, but disappointingly for the Saints, none of them contested it. They gave him a free catch. I think they know that really they're going to have to contest the kicks if they want to win this match.
Here come the black and whites again then. Good work from Sika Manu. Now Leon Price once again. The offload, it was risky business. Plucked out of the air and out of Morgan Knowles' grasp it was by Frank Pritchard. Liam Watts keeps it going, finds Danny Washbrook.
Well, he's trying his damnedest, isn't he, Liam Watts?
Tell you what, Danny Washbrook's an unsung hero as well, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he's no stranger to the hooking position either.
Great kick.
It is a great kick. Johnny Lomax has gone right down the other end of the field, the other side of the field. Look where this is, in the in-goal area. Here comes the black and whites. Swift does well, gets to Manu.
Brilliant stuff to kick on the third tackle and have the response and reaction from your teammates to chase as hard as they can. And I don't know whether Hull FC have come out with the attitude that we're going to offload the ball, we're going to challenge the defensive line. At the Saints, did they get the mistake? Did they get the reward? Or is the knock on by the black and whites?
No, it's been deemed that Adam Swift has lost it, but it looks quite clear that Steve Michaels has knocked that ball one-on-one.
But referee Chris Campbell Stewart said loose carry.
He said a loose carry. I thought he played at the ball, but I also thought the ball went backwards. So I think it should have been play on from there, really.
Well, he certainly knocked on the second attempt.
What a good decision it was to kick on the third. See if we can get over the white stripe.
Well, I made that point, Baz, in regards to the fact that the thing that turned it around at Wembley was their kicking game, and they've got to continue doing exactly the same thing. And they've got the right man out there, Jordan Abdul.
And that was Abdul. He found Frank Pritchard. There's a bit of a collision over there. No obstruction, says Chris Campbell. So play on there. 20 metres away. One tackle gone. Here's Liam Watts now for Hull. Those legs will keep going, even though Theo Farge had hold of one of his ankles. He dragged him another couple of metres towards his own line. Pritchard again. Here is Leon Price. Sika Manu. Clattered from behind by John Wilkin.
He did well to hang on because there was a real big chance of an intercept there if it had offloaded.
Dean Hadley goes down, tackle number 4 underneath those St Helens posts. Frank Pritchard. Pritchard then gets it away to Chris Green, the runner. Washbrook again. Look where they are now, just half a metre away on this, the last tackle. Repeat set or try. Abdul to the in-goal area. Wonderful kick, and Peyru with work to do, and does it very well.
They found a gap, I don't know how. The beautiful kick in the in-goal area.
Adam Swift makes good ground forward too. Here goes Turner, now Peyru, who came to the rescue for Saints.
It's safety first, that's what they need to do, okay. Leading by the 4 points, but boy, he did well, didn't he?
Good ball from Wilkin to Theo Farge. Farge is through the gap. Farge is taking on Shaw, and Shaw is the winner.
Oh, that could have been a penalty. Shaw had a second go.
Owens gives the ball then to Turner. Saints suddenly on the front foot. Wilkin, high kick. Too long, and he's away. Away he goes, Curtis Norton. No, the referee blows the whistle because the touch judge is on.
Was there some obstruction there?
I think that's what he's on for. Got in front of the catcher.
Blocked him off. Your penalty.
So St Helens penalty.
Well, I don't know where they've got that from.
It's Danny Washbrook. He's not got into position quick enough. He's got to get there and stand still before the runners come through. He's still moving across him. He's got to stand still, and that's what the penalty's for.
Well, I think that's pretty harsh.
It's the right call. He's got to be standing still if he's in front of the catcher.
That's those in black and white.
Well, if he stood still, he would have been given an obstruction, you think, don't you?
Well, if he gets there and stands still, he's entitled to be there, but he can't run across the man coming up.
Saints won't be complaining, that's for sure. So Roby will restart with a tap. Farge to Amor.
They're setting up for a set pattern move here.
He might not need it, Amor. Look at the strength of him.
Switch to the blind again. Is it on?
Roby will come into centre field and go for it himself, James Roby, and the whole defence stands firm.
Get up, hold your line, 2. Hold Frank on your line, Frank.
Good work by Chris Green there.
Turner fires the pass. Ooh, and Wilkins stumbled to it.
Held up for 3, held up for 3.
It's a player that they've scored a lot of tries off from this year with Joe Greenwood. Spearing through the defenders, just wide of the rope. Held up over the line, goes back 10 metres.
Yeah, he scored 11 tries this year as Greenwood and moves similar to that. Here is Jordan Turner again. And once more, the whole defence stands firm. 4 of them surrounding the ball carrier. Oh, that's silly play by Sikamana.
But he wouldn't get away. And also there was 3 fighting to get in the first and second markers. Can't afford to do that.
Amor will drive it in again. I think his Hull have done all the hard work by stopping him.
Move away.
Amor wants to play this ball. Plays it to Roby now. Long pass to Wilkin. Here is Theo Farge. Gets it away to Lomax. Lomax, good ball to Fleming. That was flicked by Hull. And that will be another set coming at the Black and Whites. Knock on.
It's all energy sapping this for Hull FC. The Black and Whites have had a period of pressure. They're desperately trying to prevent Saints from scoring. Curtis Norton just manages to get his hand to that ball. How long can they hold out? Will they hold out? Wait and see.
Leeds 12-8 against Salford. Nothing much to choose at Headingley.
Come on, Saints, let's pack down, James. Come on.
St Helens are very, very slow
Second row loose, heads in, hold.
Maybe it's affecting them as well. We anticipated that quite a few of the Black and Whites might be struggling late in this game, but it's taken its toll on Saints as well.
This is Morgan Knowles, surrounded by 3.
Frank, away.
Gets to his feet, plays it to Roby. Roby then finds Turner. Here's a Televey on the charge. He's got that down, a Televey. Or has he?
Time off. That's first tackle.
It appears that he got pressure. He's given a try. It's Chris Campbell.
Just wants to check out the grounding, Stuart.
Well, unless there's a knock on, that ball's definitely down on the ground. The end shot showed that. Does he lose it? No, he doesn't. That's a try. He's still in possession. No problem with it. This will be confirmed.
I don't think they need to look at this a dozen times. I think that's as plain as plain. Try is given to Televey. Only 12 starts this year, and he got a try in the defeat at Hull in May. None since. That's his 5th of the season, his first then since May.
It's just pressure. The knock on from Chris Norton gave him the opportunity time and time again. This is a wonderful example about using full force to come onto him. Boy, that's hard to stop. Washbrook did it, damned it. Couldn't stop him.
Well, Saints are showing the Black and Whites how to run onto the ball, how to straighten up, especially in the halfbacks. Farge and Turner, they really commit defenders, create some space on the edge, and I think Jordan Abdul, Leon Price and the rest of the Black and Whites, they've been a little bit lateral. They straighten up when they're in good chances. They'll give themselves the same opportunities that the Saints have.
Jack Owens then to try and add the extra 2. That just gives St Helens a little bit of breathing space. 10 points the gap now, 16-6. Hull needs something quickly.
They certainly do, but they're just getting into their mojo, aren't they? And when you've got power like that, it's very difficult. They've had most of the territory of the home side, and just get the feeling that some of the Hull players there are feeling the tension.
Leon Price, as skipper, just asking a question of the referee. And I think Televey has just disappeared down the tunnel, I think. I don't think he's out there at the moment. He isn't. Whoops, this could be dangerous. This could be dangerous. This is dangerous.
How many times do we see this?
Too many, Steve. Well, I think I'm being a bit harsh here, but it's the person behind, it's the front row that should command that.
Why don't you
Alex Walmsley.
Why don't you want to see? I think we need unpredictability in rugby league. Too often
Saints don't, Phil.
Well, no, but we're here now to enjoy the spectacle. We want the ebb and flow, don't we? Both teams to have a chance to attack and defend.
Try to convince that to the coach, Phil.
I'm not sat next to the coach. I'm sat here as a viewer, wanting to enjoy a good game of rugby league here. And obviously, teams getting possession and giving possession away makes it more interesting here. Without mistakes, we'd have a very, very boring game.
You're probably correct, but the thing is that Saints won't be happy. It is a professional level, and I'm afraid that was far from it.
Catch the ball on the full. You taught it as a kid, Phil.
Last week in the Wembley, Warrington did a dropout, got the ball over the sideline. Hull made a mistake. It happened.
Oh, good shot.
Great shot that was.
Was it ever? He felt it.
Dominic Peru on Mahe Fanua.
Yeah, Fanua got up and said, what was that? Did it have a number and was it red? Hello, the bus.
Leon Price. Gets it away to Sikamanu. Oh, Sikamanu! He gets there somehow.
What an effort. Yeah,
what an effort.
Oh, that was wonderful.
He was on his hands and knees. And as a result of the goal line dropout, Hull have come up with the 4 points that gets them back into the match pretty quickly after they fell 10 points behind.
Very, very interesting here. St Helens unable to take the kick. Arch Wambe expected one of the designated catches, John Turner, to take it. He didn't. And Hull there with some good footwork. Sikamanu looking like a centre there. He skipped in between the defenders and went over well to ground it. Gone down the short side. Nice pass from Leon Price. We've not seen a lot of him with the ball in his hand. He's led on a pass here that's hopefully kept Hull's hopes alive.
Yeah, if you get the defence going backwards and you could see that the centre, Dominic Peru, he could not stop this man. He's a huge build, isn't he?
First try since April for that man, Sikamanu. Now, if Mark Sneed was here, you might fancy him to kick this one because it's tight to the touchline. What about Curtis Norton? How good is he? He's got 100% tonight, 1 from 1.
Well, if he kicks it, Eddie, I'm expecting you to say, Norton.
Well, I don't lead the choir. The choir leads me, and they're behind. It depends what they say.
Can't see it catching on myself.
I don't need to bother. 6 points adrift. Hull, though, they're back in it, courtesy of that man, Sikamanu.
Well, obviously, it goes without saying, mistakes put you under pressure. And the mistake from the kick-off put Saints under pressure. And the lovely footwork from Sikamanu got his side back in this game. There's still only a score in it.
Viewers' tweets. Let's know what you think about Steve-O's Norton or Sneed.
I'm sure there's better things for the fans to talk about, Eddie.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Well, it's turning into a real tough struggle now, isn't it? Who would have thought it? And St Helens, they took the lead. The try from Ateyavea, and it looked as though that perhaps the black and whites might have gone and run their race, and Manu changes it all around.
Well, Wakefield have run their race, I think. 40 points to 18. Castleford ahead. Ooh, that ball's gone to ground. Knock on.
That's not what the doctor ordered. Not the best pass. He tried his damnedest, but I'm afraid he couldn't control it. Even if he'd gone backwards, I think it's the foot hit the whitewash.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, Curtis Norton couldn't do much to prevent that.
Come on, let's keep going, Saints. Pack it down, come on.
So Saints scrum 23, 24 metres away from the line.
Saints.
It's just a loose pass, really.
I thought he fell on the ball and the ball went backwards. But
heads in, wait there, yes.
Yeah, but rolling towards his own try line.
Well, he rolls over it and the ball comes with him back towards him, so, you know, that will be the knock-on.
He's rolling backwards then.
Well, he's gone forward over it and it keeps going back towards him.
Are you know, with everybody?
He's in an argumentative, maybe he's just trying to entertain the crowd and please the viewers at home and make it interesting.
Here is Roby. Gets the ball away to Theo Farge. Now it's Johnny Lomax. Danger for Hull when he has the ball. Important tackle. That was by Jordan Abdul.
Was it ever? He's out there on that left-hand side.
Greenwood finds Wilkin. Alex Walmsley tries to hand off Liam Watts.
It's that
and
penalty.
Liam Watts has pinched it, but there was 3 in the tackle.
He said there was only 1 at the time.
Well, he can't count, Steve-O.
Well, Chris Campbell can count. Did he get it before the other 2 joined?
He probably did. He probably did, but you know, it's a very tough call for the referee. That he's probably just got it before they come in.
It's a split second. He's got it. He's got it right. He's every right to complain. Every right to say flipping heck, and
no,
he's got it wrong.
Not
he's
happy,
got it
Liam
wrong.
Watts. He's conceded the penalty, and needless to say, Jack Owens will take the 2 on offer.
Very fortunate. It's all about small margins at times, but they don't have the chance of the replay. He has to referee it as he sees it.
Is there a case there, Stuart, that the video referee could have intercepted and intervened or not?
Not under the current interpretations. I know they've tried things like that in Australia with the captain's call, but certainly not in our game at the moment.
Do you think that'll come in here?
I think it would be a good idea too. I think the game's ready for something like that.
Well, we've always copied the Aussies, so why not?
He's added the extra 2 as Owens from the penalty, so it's 18-10 now to St Helens.
Eddie, it's interesting you mentioned the rule, and Stuart, you mentioned the captain's call. One of the rules in Australia that I do like is the crowding. Eddie, you talked about the play of the ball. How do we tidy that out? How do we get that straight? That crowding rule covers a lot over there.
Well, it's the same ball over here, just applied differently.
Yeah, the play of the ball needs sorting out. But it's an old chestnut, and we won't be doing it this year, that's for sure. They all ran over Lomax then, left him on his own. He had to take the tackle from Manu.
Now that's good refereeing. He knows that the players are getting very tired, so he's just allowing for the fact that they're going to be very slow getting away.
Solid run from Wilkin.
3, release in to me, Fekir. 3.
Roby, just inside his own half. Walmsley will take him over halfway.
4,
Down he goes, tackle number 4.
Hold for 4.
And Roby again waits. Wilkin in centre field. Farge. Oh! Well, he wasn't going round Frank Pritchard in a hurry.
Well, he's taken a few knocks as well as Theo Farge. I think he's had a very good game.
Give him 10, give him 10.
High and long from Jordan Turner. Well pouched by Curtis Norton. Got some speed if he could get away from those tacklers.
Hold John.
But he can't. Washbrook.
It was good defence as well by Jack Owens. He's had a big game tonight.
Move for 2. Hold. Go.
Steve Michaels always puts his hand up.
3, releasing Michael.
Well, it's at a point now when he knows that a few of his players will be really struggling to get their breath back. And that's where the wingers can help. Come and take the ball up, take a little bit of responsibility off the forwards.
Well, Dean Hadley's showing his versatility. He's playing at 9 at the minute and making a good job of it as well.
Take the tackle.
Well, people thought there was an obstruction. It was a nice offload. Jimmy Shaw did duck behind one of his defenders, but eventually went to ground. There's another towering kick from Jordan Abdul. He's made that look easy all night, Johnny Lomax.
He has. That's not easy. No. The pass was a bit high and a bit behind Adam Swift, to be fair. That's perfect. This is just slightly off.
Yeah. It's often debatable. Was it a bad pass, or did Swift overrun the man? Difficult to interpret that. Either way, they've come up with an error.
He's Super League's, the St Helens top try scorer, Adam Swift.
I know one thing, Eddie, is that St Helens will be happy that Owen has kicked that penalty to stretch them away, so that Hull have to score twice.
Yes, let's go, Leon.
Well, there's bags of time. There's a quarter of the match remaining. And this now is Washbrook again. Hadley.
Put himself about his fella.
Liam Watts.
Hadley.
Liam Watts from dummy half. Good run again. Solid stuff from the big prop forward.
He's had a great season, hasn't he?
Another penalty. Well, it could have come 2 or 3 one or 2 tackles ago, that penalty. Leon Price, they take it quickly, a quick tap. Finds Abdul. Abdul gets a short pass away. That's great tackling low down by Theo Farge.
Was it ever right round the ankles? Had to be as well. He's a big fella.
He is, Frank Pritchard. Washbrook not the best pass to him. He claimed it in mid-air.
Got to utilise dummy runners here. Where's Jamie Shaw? He should be linking through.
Oh, Sickerman who puts the ball down. Oh, but Saints are offside under their own sticks. John Wilkin.
Direct is the goal for Hull FC. Unfortunately, that pass wasn't accurate enough, but it split them.
Well, it's certainly got out of the blocks. Chris Campbell, the official, has got it absolutely spot on. Not one of the Saints players in and around the goalpost were onside.
Paliasina gets to his feet. Hadley, Abdul, Price. Shaw has lost it.
Good word by Fleming. Fleming came in on the angle, forced the error. Chance gone. See how Fleming came through, put him off.
And those were the clips that John Wells was showing at half-time when the decisions were made by Hull FC. They turned out to be the wrong ones.
Let's make sure we're on that goal
Tries
line,
were
mate,
scored, and when you get them right, as Matthew Fleming did on that occasion, you shut the play down.
Let's pack it down.
Mike, you said before the game about the loss of Danny Houghton and the 50 tackles or so that he does in a game. I think what Hull have missed more today is the fact that he throws 100 passes a game. He's usually the man behind the play of the ball, providing outstanding service that so often goes unnoticed. And the Hull have done remarkably well without him. Ever present up till today, makes more passes than any player in their team, heavily involved in all the direction that the side follow. And I suppose without him at 63 minutes, to still be in this contest with him sat there watching with his teammates on the side, it's a pretty impressive showing.
No, you're right. I mean, he's all quality, isn't it?
Big hit by Liam Watts on Louis McCarthy's Carsbrook.
But I must say that I think Danny Washbrook's
40-20 attempt here by Jordan Turner. 40-20 attempt here.
Got it. No, just got there in time.
Did well, Curtis Norton. Good chase by St Helens.
Oof. He felt that. Greenwood came over the top. Farr's got to him first, then Greenwood just absolutely hammered him.
Work to do here, Hull, to get out of their own end zone.
Saints have to be careful not to give away a silly penalty. Get back to the official. They've done that. Standing square at the play of the ball as well. First and second markers.
Stand. Go.
Jordan Thompson.
16
minutes left. 8 points the difference. Washbrook to Abdul. He goes for a 40-20 now. It's a bit ambitious.
Yeah, he's gone early as well on the fourth. Gives you some indication. And it looks as though Saints will easily get back into the opposition half within the next two play the balls. And that's how you control the game. And at an 8-point lead, that's all they have to do. They don't have to force the pass. They don't have to just do something out of the ordinary. Hull do.
Roby will hang on to it because the referee shouts. He's been held. Lomax to Walmsley.
Shoulder contact there. Paliasina and Alex Walmsley. The ground judders.
Ooh, John Wilkin.
He's having a man, I'm afraid.
He's made a few errors, hasn't he?
Yeah. And he knows it. Nothing wrong with the pass. You could see he took his eyes off the ball. It's amazing. Top quality professionals with all that experience. It can happen to anyone.
Well, it's keeping a little bit of anxiety, I think, in the St Helens supporters. Another score for the home team and they win this match. I have no doubt about that, even with 15 minutes to go. But with an 8-point gap, it's a little nervy.
Come on, Saints, let's go.
It is. Steve Michaels again having some running repairs to that.
Wait there, Leon, wait there. Heads in, Joe.
Badly injured cheekbone. I don't think it's a break or anything like that, but it's ugly.
It'll be sore, painful.
It will.
And we saw a quick shot of the coach, Kieran Cunningham. He knows all they have to do is they've given away a silly penalty. I was just about to say that, just play basic now.
Well, Talanoa was fighting for his feet once.
Well, Farge has a second go at him. Good refereeing by Campbell.
Yes, Alex.
Here they come again then.
One.
Bowden it is.
One.
They're over halfway. Tackle 1. Thompson pokes the nose through the gap.
James, away! Hold with me for 2. Hold. Go.
Washbrook's there. Here's Leon Price. Moment of magic. Shaw.
3, Jordan, release
He's done a good job on Shaw. Every time he's linked into the
Another
three-quarter.
penalty. Penalty counts rising, second half.
John, come on.
Price has put it on. He wants to get on with it and said, you can't until I blow the whistle. Price said, well, I wanted to get away, and he's screaming for the ball.
7 penalties this half. Saints got the first 3, 4 in a row now for Hull. And Price dumps it 10 metres further forward towards the St Helens line. It means that Saints must line up on their own line or thereabouts. They were never were, they were all offside. He gets the ball away brilliantly, does Fanua, and that's wonderful defence.
He'd scored.
That's wonderful defence.
I thought Michaels had scored then. It looked all the world he was going to go into it. The flick here was sensational. How on earth did he get back?
What about the work he has to do to get back involved in that tackle? Mahe Fanua, they have a lot of trick plays from Taps. I enjoy watching the variety that they've got in the game, Hull. But even though their initial decision in defence was wrong, they did enough to get back and stop the try.
Well, they did when you consider. I think they set off before they'd even tapped the ball, didn't they? They were up and off the line, which put them under a little bit of pressure.
Second roll loose. Jamie, head in, Jamie.
Tapped the ball.
They were a mile offside.
So in reality, that should be another tap penalty to Hull, shouldn't it?
Well, technically, yes, it is, if they're in front when the ball's played.
One, move!
Huddersfield have put London to the sword in the second half.
2, release it!
Stuart, what's your opinion of Chris Campbell tonight?
Well, I think he's doing a pretty good job, to be honest. I mean, you know, the players are the ones that are giving the penalties away. He's been forced into getting into the game second half, and there's been a lot of decisions to make, really, for him.
Release in, 4!
Palestina could have been penalised then. Here is Roby again. Always involved in the thick of the action, James Roby. Last tackle coming up here for Saints.
And he knows it. You know, Roby knows when to calm things down.
High
That's
kick.
a high one there.
It's a good kick too. The chase is good.
Let's play on.
It's a knock on. It's a free play. It's a free play. And Jamie Shaw, well, didn't he do well again, Adam Swift?
Well, surely he'll take it back.
Got to take it back.
Knock on off Saints. Knock on off there off Saints.
Yeah. First knock on.
Knock on off Saints, fellas here.
McCarthy's card, even though it hit the chest.
Well, the touch judge was calling that was first tackle. It wasn't a free play because the ball's actually come back off McCarthy Scarsbrook's chest. So there's no real knock on there. It was played back by Swift into McCarthy Scarsbrook's chest, and he should have been play on from that.
Leon, let's go, Leon.
Well, it's a turnover.
Keep it low, keep it low.
The black and white still in with a chance. Okay, it's difficult. They've got to score twice.
Hold it!
Clock is ticking away.
And they've lost only 1 of 7 visits to this ground since Saints moved in 2012.
Yeah, it's been a good hunting ground.
2, release it!
I'm sure that Kieran Cunningham Saints coach will get the message out. Say, listen, we don't have to force the pass. We just got to keep things generally, just keep them working hard. Nothing outrageous.
Fanua again. Hull have only ever been to one grand final. That was 2006, and they lost by 4 points to 26-2. St Helens. Leon Price was in that St Helens team, and in that year, the Saints won the treble, of course.
Got to be high kick here, surely. No, he's going for broke. Chip over the top, a little bit through. Was he impeded? No.
Now then, this is the danger man. Adam Swift, great feet from Adam Swift. Taking on Jamie Shaw. Could be. No, Jamie Shaw's quick.
Boy, what an effort from the fullback. But what a run from the winger. Swift was sensational there.
And here they come, the Jack Owens.
2, release it, remain for 2. Get on. Get away, 2.
I don't know what the debate is there with Jordan Abdul, but he claimed there was something going on the floor with Jack Owens.
Well, it looked as though looks as though he's on a lilo in the Atlantic.
Let's go.
Dear me.
It's a penalty to Saints.
It was a lovely break from Swift, though, wasn't it? He's got balance, speed, acceleration, put them in good field position, St Helens now.
With Amor, Saints looking to close this game out in the last 10 minutes.
We mean one.
And Roby finds Turner. Gives it to Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook.
Away for two. Hold on your leg. Get up.
Play out the full set of 6. Put the dink in, put the kick. Stay down there. Greenwood close.
Very close and good defence to bring him back.
Hold for 3. Move. Hold. 3. Hold.
There was no thought of self-preservation from Abdul there. Here's Jordan Turner again.
Move, Danny Leo. 4.
Washbrook dealing with the threat. Roby slides the kick in, picked up by Ateleve, and that'll be a second try for the big fellow. It is. And that should put Hull to bed. It was the Adam Swift break that gave them the field position, and as a result of the penalty that eventually was forthcoming, this man Ateleve got over for his second try of the match.
Shooting play by the winger, wasn't it? Adam Swift, look at the step there, in and out. He knew he was doing it. Full credit to Jamie Shaw. I thought Swift may have got the legs on him. And then they gave away a silly penalty. Grubber kick, ricochet there. And Ateleve gets his brace for tonight. Nothing you could do about it. That was good thinking, but what about the little kick through by the old master?
Well, Hull, away in April, Ateleve got a try. He hadn't scored anything since then till tonight. He's got 2 against the Black and Whites here at Langtree Park this evening, and that second one will surely seal the win for the Saints now.
Eddie, I'd be really surprised if that play was set up. Both players, Amor and Ateleve, they looked like they were in a position to catch the ball, run onto it hard and strong. But when Roby jumps out, he sees the opportunity, the door's wide open, he has the skill to book the ball on the end of his toe, and his players react and dab the ball down.
Well, Owens has had a good night. He's had a great night with the boot. This will be 4 from 5, and he also scored the opening try of the match, remember, for St Helens in the 22nd minute to get them back in after Mahe Fanur had given Hull an early lead. 24-10 though now to St Helens, 8 minutes to go. Bridge too far for the Black and Whites.
Well, I think at the end of the game here now, that's starting to look like a comfortable and contented occasion here for the St Helens supporters and the club here. He won't be too disappointed, I don't think. His team have played pretty well, and I think when you want to become a champion side,
for this, won't
you want to become a champion side, I think you need to be able to show mental toughness and the ability to back up a performance. Okay, they've not won it, but they've played okay. They've played not badly here today without Danny Houghton and several other star players.
Move! Hold with me. Come on, Dan.
Well, they'll still be top of the table tonight. Warrington are in the south of France tomorrow. I wonder how they will scrub up after Wembley. It is live with us. Catalan Dragons Warrington tomorrow at 5 o'clock on Sky Sports 2. It comes hot on the heels of this, and I must say I'm looking forward to having a look at that. 3 o'clock Sky Sports 2. I shall be there in the lounge room, feet up, little glass of something, enjoying the commentary from Bill and Barry, Terry and the boys.
5, release it!
Steve will be in London watching the Catalan Dragons. Here is Jordan Turner with a 1-pointer, and he's kicked it.
Yeah, just eats up the clock, and he knows it. True professional. No in the world anyone was going to put him off. It was a superb effort. Extra one, with a smile on my face, and no doubt Kieran Cunningham will have a little grin. It was tough, especially in the first half, but slowly but surely the home side has just grinded away.
Yeah, they have. They've ground out the win, haven't they, Saints? Nothing too flashy, but a win's a win, and that's all that matters for them in the race for the 4th with the Catalan Dragons.
Yeah, effective.
Castleford, big win, 46-22 against Wakefield. News from Bill.
Yeah, just a bit of a concern for Hull fans. For Hull FC, as Jamie Shaw comes off the field, has taken a bit of a knock. And obviously, big game to come next week. Hull FC taking on Wigan, and that's another massive game from that top 4 battle. So Jamie Shaw taken out of the firing line with 5 or so minutes to go, not with further risking it.
Nice stuff. Nice hands from St Helens. Peyroux fades it wide to Adam Swift. We'll see Saints again, of course, next Thursday. They're taking on the Castleford Tigers, who have won big against Wakefield tonight. That's our next appointment in the Super 8s. Danny Washbrook to the rescue underneath the sticks.
And again, you can see they're just turning the tourniquet, aren't they? They're just throttling the life out of the black and whites. They've done that exceptionally well. Nice little place kick there from the skipper, John Wilkin.
Saints Castleford, I was telling you about. It's Sky Sports 1 next Thursday at 7:30. Castleford could be a very tricky opponent for the Saints. And how about that? Hull against Wigan. Will that decide the League Leaders' Shield next Friday? And that could be crucial, depending what happens tomorrow as far as Lee are concerned. Lee and Huddersfield. Big games coming up all the way through to the grand final. October the 8th, remember, Old Trafford. The greatest game covered by the best team. 5 minutes to go here at Langtree Park.
To me, hold for 2. Hold, go.
Morgan Knowles. Theophage, good ball, slip pass.
Release it,
Ashworth.
3, hold.
Good job that Frank Pritchard was there. Ashworth was on his way. Knowles again. Theophage, good hands. That is the icing on the cake. And Jack Owens with his second try of the match. There is no doubts whatsoever now. 29-10. Jack Owens taken out to the firing line, you may remember, by Kieran Cunningham a few weeks ago, allowed to take a breather. He's come back with a bang since that.
But fabulous soft hands, players running into spaces, and Jack Owens just needs to simply hold his nerve and wait for the delivery by Johnny Lomax, who's had quite a few try assists in this match. Lovely stuff. Puts the game to bed. 29-10, kick to come.
And it's going to be his own kick as well. Jack Owens, signed in the close season from the Widnes Vikings. He's played all but 5 of this, his debut season. And he got 4 goals in the defeat at Hull in May. This will be a sweet night for him. He's got 4 goals here tonight, but he's going to end up on the winning side.
Well, I think he's got to thank as well his 2 head-guarded partners. And the combination between Lomax and Fage has really worked well, hasn't it, on a number of occasions here. The timing of it's been better. It's unsurprising. Kieran Cunningham said before the match that Fage has been out with an operation, hasn't played for a long time. They've used the 2 weeks well. And his input and contribution to St Helens' cause for the remainder of this season could be crucial. We'll, of course, expect to have Luke Walsh back. That'll help their attacking game. And we've seen them defend very well tonight. He takes this over 30. It's almost been a perfect evening for the Saints supporters.
Owens then to try and add the extras. He manages it. 31-10, St Helens. A little bit of daylight now between Kieran Cunningham's men and the Catalan Dragons, who have it all to do tomorrow against the Warrington Wolves.
Yeah, the pressure is off. He's had a fine game, hasn't he? This fella. Very fine game. Opened up the scoring for Saints and probably will finalise the scoring for Saints, but the whole side certainly have not been disgraced. It's they've put in one heck of a big effort, and as we keep repeating, it's all about grinding the opposition. Good strong running, as we've seen here from the likes of Kyle Amor. That's
knock on here by Kyle Amor.
Put the mocker on him.
It's always a tough ask to come back from Wembley and win the following week. And St Helens now, 3 seasons in a row, they have beaten the Challenge Cup winners the week after in the First Utility Super League. A unique hat-trick, as we were talking about before the match started, Stephen. They've achieved it.
Well, it's been amazing. You know, there was one point during the season where it looks as though St Helens were going to be so far off any opportunity to get into that top 4. Then they had that golden run. And a bit of a blip, of course, 25-0 against Wigan a fortnight ago. But they've been impressive tonight. They've worked very hard as a team. Good unit. Their defence has been quite solid.
Well, they're looking for some consolation, Hull, to send the supporters home with a little bit of a smile on their face. Here's Jordan Thompson. They're still singing, the Black and White Army, who've travelled over here tonight. Well done to them too. Abdul taking 4 with him.
Hell, 5, release him, Louis. Get off him, Louis. 5.
Washbrook again, gives it to Bowden.
Pretty difficult.
All over him.
Pretty difficult when you're standing.
The turnover.
When you're standing still, you know, you've got to run to the ball to have any opportunity to try to push away. Most of the defence from St Helens, was that a knock on? It was. Well, that
kicks it forward, it hits his own player, doesn't it, Mike? I think so.
Yeah.
Is it a scrum?
Yeah, he's going to give.
Accidental offside.
Well, he wasn't.
Time's off. Wait there.
Looking, was he?
An accidental offside, which
Leo,
results in the scrum.
Leo. Get your heads in. Second roll loose.
Morgan Knowles,
Stay on.
sort of looked and said, well,
hold it,
a bit
Leo,
late here. Either way, can they finish off the Black and Whites? They're the fans behind those sticks.
Time's on.
It'd be a nice farewell gift for them to go back over the M62.
Salford in all sorts of trouble still in the Super 8. Leads have won 30 points to 8. The results tonight mean Castleford cannot make the top 4, even though they have won. Probably of more important interest to St Helens supporters is the fact that they've closed the gap on Wigan in 3rd to just 2 points here tonight. So the race for 3rd and 4th is joined, and Catalan Dragons might have a say in that tomorrow if they can beat Warrington. But Warrington will have eyes on the top of the table themselves if they can claim the victory in Perpignan. It'll be a big ask.
Go 4.
Bowden. Jack Downs, good feet from Jack Downs, and gets over the line. Does he know he's short, says the referee.
Just by a couple of inches. Nice effort though by Jack Downs. Yeah, good step. Good step. Got to be a penalty. Lomax made no attempt. He knows there's only a few seconds to go. Can they finish with a flourish?
There's our siren. I think we all know that this is the last play of the match, and Hadley will take the tackle. It's a knock on anyway. And Theo Farr says, Sacre bleu, I've had enough. And so that's the end of it. And St Helens have won. They've beaten the cup winners, which is consolation for them, because remember, it was Hull who put them out of the race to Wembley this year. They've claimed their first victory against the Black and Whites in 4 attempts. So they close the gap on Wigan to just the 2 points. And Saints have opened up a 6-point gap between themselves and the Catalan Dragons, and quite simply the Dragons have to beat Warrington tomorrow, and Warrington, if they win, they will go above Hull at the top of the table on 39 points. It's all ifs and buts and maybes. And in the qualifiers, which we've also been following tonight, Huddersfield are up to 6 points. Leeds have a 100% record. Lee will play tomorrow. Hull KR, of course, is the place where they will go. London have been beaten. Salford have been beaten. They've now played 4 games. They've only got 2 points. It is becoming very, very difficult for Salford. Big win for Leeds. They are top of the table in the qualifiers. So that just about wraps up in a few sentences what has gone on tonight. We'll expand on that as the course of the games, rather as the evening goes on. But we have got now the first utility man of the match. He's kicked well, he's scored a couple of tries. I'm talking about Jack Owens, not Bill, who's got the champagne.
Yeah, busy game for Jack. Rounded off with a bottle of champagne. At times, it was hard work.
Yeah, it was. You know, we knew they were going to come out firing, and everyone speaks about this Challenge Cup final Angola, but we knew that we were going to have to come out firing, and we didn't get the start we wanted, but that second half we blown them away like we should have done the first half.
And you must have been, after what happened last time out, that nilling at Wigan. I should imagine everybody's been champing at the bit to get out there, haven't they?
Yeah, we have. You know, we had a hard week to training when the Challenge Cup week was on, and that nilling, you know, we was embarrassed by that, and nobody wants to get nil. So, like I said, we knew we was going to have to come out firing, and we got the job done the second half.
And a win that, I mean, this, you know, you've still got Catalan breathing down your necks. A crucial win this in that respect, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and that's what the Super 8 brings. You know, it brings competition right to the very end, and we've got a good team in Catalans who are breathing down our necks. So we've got to keep pushing forward and chase that top 3.
Jack, well done, man of the match you all. Well done on the points as well.
Yes, thank you.
The Saints coach is Kieran Cunningham. Kieran, could come and join us, please. And Jack was saying there, a bit of a flat start. It took time to get into your game.
Yeah, it was. I thought we probably took things a little bit for granted, and we're seeing that there was a few names not on the Hull sheet, and you know, we probably fell in love with Hull's Challenge Cup success last week as well, and you know, we did ourselves a little bit of an injustice in that first 20 minutes. You know, it's time and time again, you know, we've a little bit guilty of the same as the Wigan game. You know, we're giving over cheap possession and not getting a foothold in the game soon enough. But I thought that final 20 minutes in the first half, and then, you know, we had a good conversation at half time, and then the second half, I thought we was a lot better in the second half.
Defence again, when it comes down to it, even if you're not firing up going forward, defensively there were some great moments. I mean, Adam Swift's tackle on Steve Michaels, probably a crucial one.
I thought Swifty had a great game, you know. I thought he was going into it with a little bit of doubt, and I thought he had a real good game. There was probably 2 or 3 big turning points in the game in that second half, and Swifty was involved in all 3 of them, so credit to him. But defensively we were great, you know. I think if you look at the tries they scored, is the soft one in the corner, and you know, and a one-on-one miss there, and I think everything else to hold through at us. I thought we defended it exceptionally well, but we've got to bring this home and bring it home hard. That's what we've got to do now, and we've got to. If you want to run with the Wolves, then you've got to start playing like the Wolves, and you know, pardon the pun, but you know, we've got to play like the top 4 sides, and you know, we are in patches, but we've got to consistently do it for 80 minutes.
Kieran, thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Lee Radford, meanwhile, is his opposite number. Lee, for a side that has had such an emotional week, a tiring week, for certainly for an hour of that game, that was a heck of an effort.
Yeah, phenomenal. It looked like a team that had 2 weeks to prepare for us, and it looked like a team that had fell out of a den somewhere on Tuesday, and I think
that happened, didn't it?
That was the case, yeah. So, you know, I asked them to go hard early and then just see where we go from there, and I felt they did that. So, you know, fatigue got us a little bit towards the back end naturally, but you know, in the main I thought the effort was outstanding. There's a call where we got done for obstruction down there, and they scored from that, and you know, when you're under the pump a little bit, you need a little bit of luck, and you know, to make a decision up like that, I thought it really hurt us, but you know, I'll go in there and you know, credit all the players. I thought it was fantastic, and you know, we'll be better than that next Friday, obviously against Wigan.
Well, that's right. You'll have a full preparation for. You're still top of the table as far as tonight goes. You'll be ready for Wigan next week.
Yeah, for sure. I promise you that we'll have a lot better preparation than one day's training and you know, captain's run and then straight into a game. And obviously we'll have some players coming back as well. So you know, it's going to be a big game. They're obviously stinging from last night. You know, and it means an awful lot to us as well.
Lee, thanks very much. Enjoy a peaceful, quiet weekend.
See what I can do. Thank you.
Yeah, you can be sure it won't be Tuesday when he gets his side out of the bed next week. Well, the race for the league leader shield is blown wide open once more with that St Helens victory, which of course also knocks Castleford out of the race for a semi-final spot. 2 tries for man of the match, Jack Owens. 2 tries for a man that you feel was the game breaker in that second half, John. An impact substitute for St Helens.
Yeah, I did. I'd like to echo what Kieran Cunningham said as well in the coaches' interviews, that Adam Swift was involved in some really important pieces of defence. But sometimes you can look too hard and try and find something when the obvious is staring at you in the face. I think Atelier-Veil's contribution with the 2 tries was crucial, but it was more about how he's been injected into the game in recent weeks. He's been involved in 22 games this season. Only started 10 of them, so 12 off the bench. So he's obviously been used as a bit of a weapon by Kieran Cunningham, developing as a player. He's in his 2nd or 3rd season now, I think, and he scored his 5th and his 6th tries of Super League 2016.
Came at the right time as well to break any maybe resolve that Hull FC may have had.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the first try gave him that 10-point lead. and then the second one took them out to 24 points to 10 and really kind of snuffed out any kind of whole fight back. So yeah, the timings have been crucial on the timing in which he joins the field and the timing in which he chimes in and made those contributions. An impressive display for me tonight.
Still plenty of room for improvement in St Helens. Kieran Cunningham said playing like a top 4 side only in parts. Attila Vey, 7 times he's come off the bench in the last 7 games. Kyla Moore, who's come off the bench 8 times in his last 8 games, is going to be with John here at the touchscreen after a very short break. The big Cumbrian will give us his thoughts on a game that was so crucial for St Helens in their bid to gain and cement that top 4 space. Now they put plenty of space between themselves and the Catalan Dragons.
Ladbrokes, proud sponsor of Rugby League on Sky Sports.
I've got my mindset on you. I've got my mindset on you. I've got my mindset on you. I know what I've got to do.
Checking your bank balance with the swipe of a finger is a little thing. But sometimes, little things make a big difference. Fast balance on your mobile from HSBC. It's a big little thing.
You're going to have one of these every 3 weeks.
Okay, yeah.
The first one is always the worst because you build it up in your mind.
Yeah, yeah, I had a bit, I must admit, yeah.
And that's human nature, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know.
Thank you for being here.
Come warm your bones, make yourself
at home, darling, smile. We're right as rain.
Oh, we all need love, that sweet, sweet love that makes us whole again.
We're whole again.
We're whole again.
We're whole again. Yes, we are whole again.
Julia, Winston Wolf.
Yeah?
You were on your way to Marsh's hen party when you took a hit from a couple of wise guys.
Nightmare.
About your car. Does it smoke? Make a noise?
Yeah.
Call Direct Line. They'll arrange a hire car.
Won't have to wait for mine to go in for repair.
Not with Direct Line.
Oh,
What about us? Are you with Direct Line?
No.
Then on your bike, Buster.
All our cars are road tested, some a little more than others. The new i20 1-litre turbo from £165 per month. Hyundai, new thinking, new possibilities.
Available to buy or rent in Sky Store now.
With the mirror's dark magic, I'll rule the world.
The only one powerful enough to defeat her is her sister, the Frozen Queen.
The game's not finished. This is what I trained you for.
We have to destroy her.
Are you ready?
Don't miss.
I never miss.
Buy or rent The Huntsman in Sky Store now.
The Tifosi are here in number and expectant.
The Italian Grand Prix, live on Sky Sports F1.
Get set for a thrilling weekend.
Ladbrokes, proud sponsor of Rugby League on Sky Sports.
Right, let's wrap up what's happened this Super League Friday. First of all, here at Langtree Park, the Saints have won by 31 points to 10 against Hull FC. Over 10,000 here in the ground to see it. Hull coming back after Wembley. Saints grinding out the win. 2 tries apiece for Attila Vey and Jack Owens. Fleming added the other. And Owens had a good night with the boot as well. Now then, let's bring you up to date with the other scores. And from the Super 8s, well, a dead rubber, really, even though Castleford have won easily against Wakefield. They cannot make the top 4, so it's 46-22 in Castleford's favour. Here's the story. in the qualifiers. Huddersfield have beaten London 40 points to 4, but look at that scoreline from Headingley. The champions of last year, Leeds 30, Salford 8. And we have all the highlights available for you on our website, and we're going to hopefully see the tries from at least one of those games before we disappear from you here on the main channel tonight. But let's have a look at the Super 8 table first of all. Well, Hull stay top. Warrington can go top if they win in Catalan tomorrow. St Helens have opened up the 6-point lead on the Catalan Dragons. They're only 2 now behind the Wigan Warriors. And let's have a look at the qualifiers. Here's the story, as I say. Leeds 100%. Huddersfield now up to 2nd. Lee, they're 100% as well. That goes on the line tomorrow in their match at Hull Kingston Rovers. London have now dropped down to 5th. Salford, 4 games played, only 2 points gained. But they've had the roughest end of the stick as far as the draw has been concerned. They do now have what appears to be an easier run in. You would expect Salford to make it to 8 points. What happens above them with Lee, Hull KR, that's where the story will unfold over the next 2 or 3 weeks. All good stuff in the qualifiers. So that's the story of the night in a few words and a couple of graphics for you. I hope you're up to date with what's going on. Let's hear what Alex Walmsley has made about tonight's performance by St Helens here at Langtree Park. He's with Bill.
Alex, you'll be happy with the win, but still room for improvement for Saints.
Yeah, you know, we'll take the 2 points, and you know, it probably gives them better position in the top 4 now. But you know, the performance went right there again. You know, we weren't quite firing on all cylinders tonight. I think attacking was really poor, really poor with the ball. But you know, I think his defence stood up when it needed to. So that's a good point. You know, take out of it, but we'll take on and I'm sure we'll dust down and see how we are next week.
Your defence, though, has got you out of some holes this season, hasn't it?
Yeah, and let's be honest, you know, your defence gets you to grand finals and it wins them. So as long as our defence is thereabouts, I'm sure our attack will come on top of it. But you know, our completion tonight wasn't acceptable. The way we ended sets wasn't good enough, and that's something we need to address sharply.
What's the missing ingredient, do you think?
Oh, you know,